My name is Bastian Spicker. I'm Chief Representative of the NBSO in Córdoba, and I'm very happy to be your presenter today. On behalf of my colleagues of the NBSO Americas, I would like to thank you for participating in this 7th edition of the NBSO Americas Dialogues. And well, it's our intention to help your business to identify opportunities in one of the 6 regions or even more, and also help to define on what could be your next steps for doing business here locally. I'm really glad to see so many of the Dutch entrepreneurs here. And well, what is the dialogue about? We'll first have a small part with central presentations on the 6 different regions. So the NBSO Americas is, we have in total 6 offices in 4 countries, in the United States, Mexico, Brazil, and Argentina. So in the central presentation, we'll give you an update on the economics, on market information, and also on the most relevant sectors. Then we'll go to the interactive part, which is the breakout rooms. And you are able to join the local experts, the chief representative and the deputy representative in the breakout rooms, and interact together also with other entrepreneurs. And after this event, we will follow up. We'll send you this presentation and our contact details, and we are happy to help you to help you with next steps and services to help your business locally. Okay, so the first part is 20 minutes in total. It's like a Zoom meeting. We ask you to have your microphone off. And after the 20 minutes, we'll go to the interactive part where you can interact with each of the offices. So you first get into one breakout room, and if you feel like switching to another, then you're free to do that. I will give the specific instructions later on. Okay, first a little bit about the NBSO network. So we're the Netherlands Business Support Office. We're a trade office of the Dutch government, and we're located in 11 countries with 22 offices. Generally, we're located in important cities and regions where there is no consulate or embassy, but we do work closely together with the embassies and the consulates to help Dutch businesses, and thereby in each country have a geographic span to help the Dutch businesses go on. Okay. And how do we help the Dutch businesses? Well, it's important to mention that we're an office of 2 people, and well, we have a great network and market information, and we assist the businesses with trade information, with specific market information. We can tell on how to open a business, and more importantly, if you want to take further steps, we have a great network, and we can introduce you to the right clients or the right business contacts. And if you come over to visit us, then we'll help you to navigate here locally, maybe on a business fair, or just helping to set up a business and get the right partners, or giving advice on how to conduct business meetings. and generally with the stakeholders here in our countries, in our regions. We promote the Netherlands, and we want to really be top of mind in all the strategic sectors. So the local teams you will be engaging with are these. You can already have a pick. You can see that each office has 2 people, and well, we really know the local language, we know the local culture, we know the businesses, and we really like to help Dutch businesses out in the regions where we are located. Okay, well, I would like to give now the cue to Peter Post. He is in Los Angeles, and he will tell you about the opportunities in Los Angeles. Hi, Peter, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Bastian, and hi, everybody. Great to see some familiar faces. Peter Post here, and Milena, live from Los Angeles, California. I'm just going to run through 2 slides. And the first slide, basically, there was a lot of numbers over there, but the main message is this is not just a city. It's the metropolitan Los Angeles area is basically 190 cities. It's bigger than the Netherlands in any aspect. In terms of size, it's 3 times the size of the Netherlands. And it's also one of the largest cities in the United States. Actually, it is the largest in size and very close to New York. So it's really more like a country than like a city in itself. And it also brings lots of opportunities. And it is located in California. California, as you might know, is the most progressive and sustainable state of the United States. So very high ambitions and a lot of money to make things more sustainable and green. And on the next slide, you will see that there's a lot of sectors we work on, because although Los Angeles is known for the entertainment and the media, that is definitely very present here. Under that shadow of Hollywood, there's a lot of other things going on. And as you can see, we help companies on an individual basis in any sector you can imagine. And in any sector you can imagine, you will find opportunities in Los Angeles, but there are some sectors that we really feel there's a perfect match. Those are on the top. It's the paradise of startups and scale-ups. There's a lot of money, there's a lot of investors available. So that's really what we work on a lot. And we actually successfully already plugged in Dutch startups into accelerators and connected them with VCs. Also healthcare, especially this year, we do a lot on healthcare. And I see a familiar face here in the healthcare sector. September is going to be a huge economic mission. It's a great opportunity if you are exploring new opportunities in the United States. Circular urban development, circular neighborhoods. We as the Netherlands really bring the new innovations here. Although there is a lot of money and a lot of ambitions here, it's not that easy. And there is a lot of conservatism in the architects and the construction companies here. So with the Dutch materials, technology, and designs, we have a lot to offer. And media music. So, you know, Buma Stemra. So we try to connect these composers with the big studios here for any motions they make to get some great music. Also, the Olympics are coming up. That's a big deal. The Olympics 2028. It's the 3rd time that Los Angeles is hosting the Olympics. They can actually host it tomorrow in terms of stadiums and infrastructure. However, they want to be the most sustainable and inclusive Olympics ever. And that brings a lot of opportunity, not just in sport, but also in mobility and the whole infrastructure around it. So lots of things to do here in Los Angeles. I'm very much interested what your interest is. And we're going to have a lot of time later on in the breakouts to hear your story and to see what we can do for you. So thank you very much for being here.
Okay, thanks very much, Peter. And now we're going to B. Kothuis, and she will tell you all about Texas. Hi, B.
Hi, thank you, Bastian. Well, welcome everyone. Glad to see you out here. My name is B. Kothuis. I'm the Chief Representative in Texas. My colleague Maria Alamo is also here in the call. We are located in Houston, our office. However, we cover, of course, the whole of Texas, but especially most business is done in the Texas Triangle, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, and Houston. Texas is a very important trade partner for the Netherlands with our fast-growing population markets, and it's a very business and especially tax-friendly climate, which brings in a lot of companies. We can go to the next slide so I can tell you a little bit about our focus areas. Our first focus area is water and resiliency, both urban resiliency and coastal protection. That's a relation that probably nobody will be surprised about with all the hurricanes happening here and the impressive expertise in water management in the Netherlands. So we work a lot on that. Then we have the energy transition. Although many people think Texas is all oil and gas, you'll be really surprised how advanced and eager the energy transition is. And so there's a lot of opportunities for innovative business and especially startups and scale-ups, all kinds of things happening here. Life science and health. Houston has 85 hospitals in one district. It's the largest medical center in the USA. So there's opportunities there all over. And finally, sports and sports tech, where Los Angeles is looking at the Olympics. We are looking at the World Cup soccer in 2026 with 2 cities bidding, Dallas and Houston. And there's all kinds of entries possible in sports and sports tech there. Finally, 2 final short notes. We have 2 direct KLM flights actually at the moment, one to Houston daily, and since March also daily to Austin. So that's pretty handy. And a very nice thing is that we're expecting our royal house, King and Queen, in Texas in September, which will put the Netherlands in the spotlights once more. Okay, thank you. Look forward to see you all in the breakout rooms. Thank you, Bastiaan.
Thank you very much, B. And now let's move to Latin American territory, but still close to Texas. Peter Koenderink. Hi.
Actually, it's still North America, Bastiaan. Well, my name is Peter Koenderink. I'm the deputy representative in Mexico. We're located in Querétaro. I put together some facts about Mexico. The official name is Estados Unidos Mexicanos, or the Mexico United States. With Mexico City, the largest city in North America, followed by New York City and Los Angeles. We have about 22, 23 million people living in Mexico, without even counting the people that live illegal. So it will be more than 30 million, probably. What is really important for us is the relationship with the United States and Canada. That's why we have the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement, which means that there's low import and export tariff. Also, the Mexico-USA nearshore relationship is getting stronger and stronger, also because of the logistic problems we had in the last 2 years. Also, the import tariffs for countries, for example, for China. Netherlands is still in the top 10 biggest investors in Mexico. And we are in Mexico is the world's 6th largest electronics industry. Can we go to the next slide, please? So the sectors of interest for Mexico are the agricultural business. We have a lot of Dutch companies investing here. Automotive business. Recently, we had the biggest automotive investment from a Dutch company in Mexico. They're going to build the new Hummers, the new trucks for the army. E-commerce is booming. Energy is still difficult, but there's a lot of opportunities. Life science and health. We have HEMA now in Mexico. A Mexican company bought the license of HEMA. And also water is something really, really important for Mexico, as we have now cities that can only use water for a few hours a day because there is just no water. Well, I hope to see you in the breakout session in a bit, and we can talk about opportunities for Dutch companies in Mexico. Thank you, Bastiaan.
Thank you. And from Mexico, we'll go down to Brazil, where Hans Blankenburg will tell us more about Belo Horizonte. Hi, Hans.
Yes, my name is Hans Blankenburg. Together with Luisa Rates, we manage the office in Belo Horizonte. Belo Horizonte is a city of 2.7 million. It's the capital of Minas Gerais. Minas Gerais is as big as France, so we have a lot of work on our hands. We recently entered in a new office. The Minas Gerais population is in 21 million. And it's also a large part of the GDP of Brazil comes from this region. The region 800 kilometers around this place. Also, we are the biggest producer of coffee. If it would be a country, it would be the biggest country in the world because Brazil is the biggest producer. Next to that, we also have a large part of oranges. We have a lot of mining, mining specifically iron ore and steel factories, niobium, gold, zinc, and several more smaller ones. We also have dry ports, 5 dry ports, all kinds of incentives to start your company here. Next slide, please. So if we look at agriculture and food, we have a lot of smart and vertical farming. We're having a Dutch company investing heavily in that to the tune of 50 million euros per project. We also see huge opportunities for companies in pest control, specifically biological pest control, crop monitoring, platforms that intelligently know where to correct things, precision agriculture, energy, green hydrogen. Green hydrogen, typically we think of coast with wind farms, but green hydrogen here also has an opportunity, specifically in combination with solar farms. In the north of Minas Gerais, you have a lot of sun, and there are projects starting to look at investments in that area. In the mining sector, we have also a public-private partnership, projects in business. For the Dutch technical team for dam safety, we had some issues here with tailing dams that were broke through. And we just received last week an emission of 6 Dutch companies that provide products and services for companies like Vale, Anglo-American, Anglo Gold, etc. This is already a project that's running more than 1.5 years. Next to that, we have also aerospace. Aerospace is typically Helibras, Brazilian helicopter companies. We have Embraer and Embraer X. Embraer, of course, known for aviation. And then, of course, we also, as last, we have life sciences and health. We're particularly interested in mRNA technologies. We see that as a technology that will grow a lot, and we are in contact also with Dutch companies that are creating therapies based on that. And of course, last but not least, we're looking also at scientific cooperations, so incentives to do R&D projects together, like Global Stars Eureka, for example. That was more or less it.
Okay, thank you very much, Hans. And staying in Brazil, but going a little bit more south, we're going to Lucila from Porto Alegre.
Thank you, Bastian. My name is Lucila Almeida. I'm the Deputy Representative at the NBSO Porto Alegre. The region encompasses 3 states that are similar in their economic structures and in their economic indicators. Like other regions, this area also felt a negative impact in the economic during the COVID pandemic. Despite that, due to an intensified work in the domestic and foreign markets, the year of 2021 registered a considerable growth in the regional GDP and business growth, reflecting an important and positive result in maritime ports. Financial and fiscal incentives allow the region to attract new investments. Currently, there are 9 seaports, and a brand new one is under development to be delivered in 2023. The region is the official maritime gateway to Paraguay. Next slide, please. In the first quarter of 2022, 4 out of 5 best performing ports were located in the region. 2 important and complementary visits were recently concluded. In the Netherlands took place the Energy Mission, requested by Brazilian regional stakeholders from the public and private sectors. The group was looking for nearshore and offshore wind benchmark solutions and learn more about green hydrogen process. In Brazil took place the fact-finding port mission. 10 Dutch companies had the chance to learn more about Paranaguá port. Some of those companies also have offshore wind projects in their portfolio. Other concrete opportunities are food safety, opportunities for the entire chain, water for sanitation and irrigation, urban mobility, scientific cooperation between Dutch and local reliable institutions related to healthcare, international collaboration for startups, and you already mentioned it, maritime and energy infrastructure and services. Thank you. See you soon.
Okay, and I would like to welcome you to Argentina. So we're the office in Córdoba, which is centered in the heart of the country, working together with Antonio. And well, Argentina, a population of 45 million, has the second largest GDP of South America after Brazil. It's the 8th largest country in the world and has really a lot of natural resources. And especially in these economic times, it's power of growth. So agricultural exports are very important, but Argentina also has large non-conventional oil and gas resources and a lot of mineral resources as well. Argentina also has a quite large middle class compared in South America, and well, quite well educated and very entrepreneurial. That also made that the country produced 12 international successful unicorns, of which Mercado Libre, which is the most successful tech company in Latin America at this moment. If we look to the sectors, we work closely together with the embassy in Buenos Aires, helping Dutch companies to sell their technology and know-how for the agricultural sector, but also on water and logistics, for example, ports and maritime. There is coming up an important tender for dredging the waterways, which go all up to Paraguay. If we look to the growth sectors, there's healthcare. It's very interesting in Argentina to produce in the ICT and creative sector. For example, Media Monks is a Dutch company that has over 1,000 employees and has the most important production facilities here in Argentina. Renewable energy is very important. They are looking for aeolic or wind energy, also potentially for production of green hydrogen. And for example, in an interior where there's a lot of bio-waste that can be transferred into biogas and biomethane, where Dutch companies have a lot of know-how. And it's important to know that the mining sector is very booming. Argentina has more or less the same resources as Chile, but at this moment, the exports are only 10% of what Chile is exporting. So we foresee a really important growth, for example, in lithium and copper, which are also important for the energy transition. And we're starting a sector study to be presented at the end of this year and looking on the specifics sectors that the Dutch companies can add value to. Okay, and that was the presentation of the 6 regions. So the next step is that we will go into the breakout rooms. There you can meet all the presenters and the colleagues, and it's important that you tell your story as well and ask questions, ask us what you need and what you're looking for. And after this meeting, we'll follow up with the presentation, the contact details, so that you can also contact us afterwards for a follow-up meeting. So I would like you to have your pick now and see on which breakout room you would like to join after this slides. Again, it's important to know that the breakout rooms in total will take 45 minutes. We will ask you to turn on your microphone, your camera, and also put your name and your organization, so that's easy for everyone to identify. So in each breakout room, we would like you to invite you to interact, to learn, to share. And you're able to switch at any time. So you will be, it's possible to have, get to know different regions and different local experts. Okay, well, how does it work? You will get a pop-up screen in a few seconds where you can choose the different rooms. And you can select the room of choice and then click join and you will be transferred. Once you are in the breakout room, and if you want to switch, you have to look for the icon on the breakout room, which is the 4 quadrants. And then again, if you click that, you choose the room, click on join, and then you will transfer it to the next breakout room. Okay, well, then I would like to ask you to pick your room, and we will be transferred. And well, thanks very much for joining, and I hope to see you in the breakout room of Argentina. And if not, you can contact us afterwards. See you. Yeah, okay. So for all the people who have, all the participants, thanks very much for participating. This event is officially finished, and we will send the presentation contact details, and we're happy to have a follow-up meeting. So again, thanks very much for joining, and hope to see you soon.